Saturday. Beautiful sunshine. Might be a little nippy tonight.
Evening, which is the street division, and my cohort, co-partner, condominium, whatever you want to call him, is right here. Mr. Rich Bono. Rich, are you ready to? You're settled in and ready to go.
Ready to go. Yeah, we're ready to go, and so is Ron Manfredo out there at the start-finish line, and now Rodriguez on the flag stand tonight, and we're just about ready to go with our first qualifier of the night, the street division, in their first of 4 qualifying heats. Once again, good evening and welcome to the Seekonk Speedway for another night of action. A beautiful evening tonight, and we've got some great racing for you. Starting on the pole, number 104 out of Providence, in the 18. Row number 7 on the low side, Dino Silvera. Car number 117, and outside the 55 of Rick Blair. 96, Art Slater in the inside of the next row, and outside Steve Blaze in the final row on the inside, number 43, Joe Cadera, and outside of the number 34, Ray LeBrun. All right, here they come out of turn 4. Ron Manfredo looks him over, and we will not get a start. Yellow is out. And I think the reason why is the green flag has fallen to the racetrack. Ronnie didn't have any other flag to wave, so he picked the closest one. It was yellow, and we're under yellow.
He's losing his grip.
Ronnie put a little stickum on the end of that green flag now. It's not going to come out of the hand. And we're ready to go. Mark Soten on the inside, Ed Gannon on the outside. Here they come out of turn 4. Green flag is out, and we're racing. Way out wide into that first turn is number 21, Bob Betancourt, as Ed Gannon shoots out into the lead on the back straightaway. But look at Betancourt as the 43 goes around out there on the back straightaway. Betancourt way up high, 3 wide, rolling around the speedway. 96 with a problem. Down in the infield. That's Art Slater, featured in the program tonight as they roll out of turn 4. Oh, getting bunted around sideways is Nisbet. As Nisbet and Soten get together. Yellow is out, it looks like, for a couple of the cars here. The 43 out on the back straightaway is one of them. In the middle of the pack, keep your eyes on that black number 21. Bob Betancourt in that black number 21. He started pretty far back in the field, and he made a good move to the outside. He had gone 3 wide and had some great runs going up there in car number 21. Keep your eyes on Betancourt. Green is out, we're back underway. Rolling down into the first turn, it is still Eddie Gannon out in front, Tim Nisbet second. Mark Soten is third, gets a little bit low on the racetrack in front of Nancy Sherman. Manchester is 3 wide into turn 3. Gets clipped by Soten, but he saves the car in turn 4. So Ed Gannon, we've got a car sideways right in the middle of the racetrack. Kara Torman in the 18, right in the groove, and everybody splits the middle and gets by. Okay, field is doubled up side by side. They're ready to go as they come out of turn number 4. We'll go one more time around with our first of 4 street stock qualifiers tonight. Don't forget, lots of ice cold Coors beer located behind the grandstand down in the 4th turn area. Also Italian sausage with peppers and onions, French fries located in the stand as well, and down behind us in the located down in the 1st turn area. Great hamburgers and pizza, hot dogs, and of course, all your favorite ice cold drinks. All right, here they come out of turn 4. Car number 8, Eddie Gannon brings them down. Green flag is out and we're underway. And oh, wheel has come off. Car number 45, Scott Estrella, the right rear, has come off that automobile and is rolling slowly down to the infield. So the yellow right back out. As the right rear wheel just separates from car number 45, Scott. Here they come out of turn 4. Eddie Gannon brings them down. Green flag is out and we're underway once again. Gannon jumps into the lead. Manchester, Nisbet side by side. Here comes Manchester up to the number 8 trying to get underneath as they go to turn 3. Gannon on the outside. Manchester down low. Soten gets together with Eddie Plant. And it really did a number on the 104 of Mark Soak. He's got a flat right rear tire pulling away with a lot of body damage as Billy Manchester goes into the lead at the halfway mark. 4 down, 4 to go, and the yellow is out. And now Soten able to get his car back up. Billy Manchester will bring the field around. Rob Manfredo wants to start out in turn 4. He doesn't want him really to get on the gas up until they reach that turn 4 point. Now they wind him up. The green flies, and Billy Manchester with a big jump pulls into the lead in car number 95. Tim Nisbet right there in second now as he goes by the 8 of Ed Gannon. Fanning is up to third. Here comes Bob Betancourt in the number 21 up and around Sundin. Halfway. Halfway marker is out. 3 laps to go now as they roll out of turn 4. Manchester with a very big lead. That car running very well tonight. He's out in front. Running second, Tim Nisbet. In third is Ed Gannon. And running in fourth, number 98, Scott Fanning. In fifth, here comes Betancourt to the outside. Takes over the 5th spot with 2 laps to go. Manchester cruising out in front. Gets it a little bit sideways out of the first turn there with Nisbet running second. White flag is out. 1 to go for Manchester out of Westport. Nisbet way out wide as they go to the first turn. Everybody'll settle right in now as car number 21. Bob Betancourt in the tail end of the top 5 trying to close in, and Scott Fanning. All right, checkered flag is out as they roll out of turn 4. Manchester wins it by a straightaway over the 09 of Tim Nisbet. Gannon comes home third, followed by the 98 of Fanning and the 21 of Bob Betancourt. But the race, in trouble out here in turn 4. A couple of cars getting together. The 117, the 43, and the 34 all get together. LeBrun and the 34 got around, and that's what caused Somerset Mobile, Pete Rhoda Auto, Len Ellis Racing Parts, Manchester Racing Engines, number 95. Out of Westport, Mass, the driver, Bill Manchester, is the winner of our first event of the night, the first Street Stock Qualifier. Up next will be the second of the 4 qualifiers for the Street Division with the starting lineup for this one. Once again, here's Jim Power.
Before we give you the lineup, I want to remind you once again this evening's Souvenir Racing Magazine. The program features Pro Stock 21 Don Dion, Sportsman 70 Glenn Lawton, the 96 in the Street Stock Art Slater, and Formula 4 72 Mike Holowak. So be sure that you pick up a program tonight. Excellent pictures and a lot of other stories in there, and it's chock-a-block full, plus a chance to win some value. This is the second of the Street Stocks as they are trying to qualify for starting positions in the feature events. Twin feature events for the Street Stocks, both of equal value, but there's just so many of them we have to have 2 separate features. Looking for the green, Ron winds, he dines, there they go! As Jerry DeGaspari takes the lead. Look at the 53 Taylor way out wide as Steve Taylor. And they're 3 deep going into that turn. That's trouble. Look out. Whew. DeGaspari still has the lead as Taylor is continuing to drive about a mile further because he's way out wide. But he has moved up to the outside of DeGaspari. He's using a lot of racetrack. And it gets very narrow coming out of that turn. As Taylor wants to get it down in there and handle it a little bit better down in close, but it runs fine up here, so he's going to leave it up here. As the 11 of Kenny Morissette working his way through the internal of the traffic. Taylor takes over the lead as the 71 starts to smoke a little bit. And so does the 57. A lot of smokers out there tonight. The 103 automobile of Richie Blight. He wants to get through. He's coming down the inside. Leans a little bit on the 71 end. Takes it as the 71 continues to smoke. So does the 57. The 24. 24 works his way up through Chris McGee. Chris McGee, the black flag coming out for the 47 of Larry Olney. As Larry not being competitive, and they want him out of the way. The 53, Steve Taylor, well in the lead. Look out for that 57. He was running hot, and he just pulled out of the race. The 61 around in the turn. The 61 around and around and around, and in a bad spot. Billy Banfield having problems getting that car going with 2 laps to go. We keep going as Billy gets it out of the way. Steve Taylor gets by him. The 103 of Richie Blight is now holding on to that second spot. The 24 of Chris McGee finds himself in third, and the 11 of Morissette. Amasi Harmon on the 40 would like to get up in there too, and so would the number 1 of Louis Rotondo as they're battling it out. But right now, Steve Taylor in the TaylorMade automobile has it all to himself as Steve Taylor comes across the line for the victory in the 53. The 103 coming in second. The 103 of Richie Blight was second. The 24 of
Massachusetts. In the High Street Auto, Hanahan's Radiators, number 62, it's Russ Tatro. Starting fifth, number 26, from Carver. In the Dymo Plastics, Big A Auto Parts, Ferreira's Junkyard. Car number 26, it's Pete Fernandez. And outside, car number 65 out of North Attleboro, it's Tom Broderick. Starting seventh, number 94, out of Southeastern. Feature winner last year, George Carafis. And outside of him, out of Cranston, PM Motorsports, B&C RPM Performance, 2nd Avenue, and Dickinson's Auto are the sponsors of Cranston's Roland Wheeler, car number 6. Starting ninth, number 78, out of Canton, Chandler's Canton Supplies are the sponsors for Gene Carter. And alongside, number 49 from Taunton, Freetown Auto, Chevrolet. Mike Glad brings him to the line and gets the green flag. Dias Jr. and Kevin Folan are the top three, with Pete Fernandez there as well, and car number 26. They roll down the back straightaway, and it's car number 115, Mike Glad out in front. Sisson pulls the car off the racetrack, and we're going to stay green. Oh, Tatro and Carter get together out there in turn 4. Everybody rolls together, and we'll stay under green with 1 lap down. Roland Wheeler on the outside. George Carafis falling back as Wheeler takes it deep into turn 3. Out in front, it is the 115 of Mike Glad. Bobby Dias running in second, but here comes the 6, Roland Wheeler. Keep your eyes on him. Meanwhile, a change in the lead. Bobby Dias Jr. takes over the spot out in turn 3. Dias comes off turn 4, takes over the lead. Mike Glad still there in second spot on the 115, followed by Kevin Folan, Roland Wheeler, Pete Fernandez, and George Carafis. The top 6 cars under a blanket at the halfway mark. Oh, the 115 gets out sideways, goes around right in front of the pack. Oh, and Henriques goes around on the 41 as well out there in turn 4. 4 laps down as they go down the back straightaway. Both cars still sitting in the racetrack, and the yellow flag is out.
Didn't happen in my race. Okay, like congratulations.
Once you're in fifth.
Yeah.
Green is out, and Roland Wheeler powers into the lead in car number 6. On the outside, Bobby Dias there in second. On the inside, Pete Fernandez rides in third. Kevin Folan on the inside of the 110. David Westgate, the 99 of Young on the outside there. As Westgate a little bit out of shape. Pete Fernandez takes a look inside. Bobby Dias can't make it work. Dias smoke off the right front as he's got a bad push out there in turn 4 with 2 to go. Down the back straightaway, Roland Wheeler with a huge lead in this qualifying round. Pete Fernandez running second, followed by Dave Westgate, and Folan goes around in the 110. Russ Ford just squeezes by, and you can see we've got a broken axle on the 110 of Kevin Folan. He doesn't know it as he pulls away, and there is rear end grease all over the place out there in turn 4. And the yellow is out. Yellow is out.
Service truck is in the pit, so we'll have to wait for that to come out.
As Kevin Folan got around out there in turn 4. We're going to go to red checker on this one. And Roland Wheeler, car number 6, is going to win it. The driver.
About a half a mile from Newport Avenue. That's that first exit from Massachusetts there. Or the other way around if you're coming in. Look out, because Mark Gagne in car number 50, the Strokers Bar and Grill Meineke Muffler Dan's Radiator number 50, will be bringing him around on this 4th heat, along with Richie Clark and the number 31, the Ferrara Auto Parts number 31, alongside of him. Carl Simmons from Harrisville, Rhode Island, the 102 Reds Auto Parts number 102, with Rob Kohler from North Providence in car number 4, sponsored by Bowling Green Tavern, LaRocco Engineering, A&A Auto Parts, New England Piping, among others. Matt Dewey from Rehoboth, darn the torpedoes, full speed. And car number 02, Rossi's Auto Care, Snap-on Tools, Gary's Auto Works, Ferraris Construction, C&A Trucking, and Eagle Plating all sponsored the 02 of Admiral Mac. Position is Butch LaFleur from Somerset in the Industrial Fleet Service of Mountains, Getty RS Rental, and Arnold's Auto Parts. This is the last of the qualifying events for the street division. We get the green.
How you doing, Jeff?
Doing that.
So much you can pay for like
As car number 50, Mark Gagne. Being challenged very, very quickly by Bobby Kohler and the 31 Richie Clark as Gagne got himself a good jump. There goes Kohler down the inside of Gagne into his side. Gagne's trying to hang it out and straightens it out. We got a black flag on the 72 as still has oil problems. As the car coming in from Oak Bluffs, he had oil problems earlier in the warm-ups and still has oil problems. So we have Bobby Kohler, Rob Kohler in the lead in the car number 4. A nice job on the 50 of correcting as Kohler kind of put the front end right in the side of that 50 automobile. Here's your leader, Kohler in the 4, the 50 of Gagne. Not much else has changed as the 02 of Matt Dewey trying to get underneath Richie Clark. But not doing too well, and they catch each other in the front and rear. Dave Radcliffe's 84 taking the high side, he and the 102 of Carl Simmons are having a go at it. But Kohler has got it all to himself right now. Kohler has got it all to himself. There's Radcliffe moving up another notch. With 2 laps to go, the 87 around and around and around. And he gets off the racetrack and keeps the record complete. Here comes kind of a hold on, the 50 and the 30, the 02 get together with 1 lap to go. Matt Dewey and the 02 and the 50 get together and they both hang on. A little bit of rough running in this one as Kohler wins it. The 02 of Dewey is second, the 50 of Gagne is third, the 84 of Radcliffe, and the 00 of Gene Weston. As we saw some with the street drivers about rough riding after that one.
Okay, that concludes the qualifying for the sportsman division tonight. Once again, your attention please, Eddie Perry. Eddie Perry, meet Pete Wilson at the base of the tower. Eddie Perry, meet Pete Wilson at the base of the tower. All right, up next, the first of 2 qualifiers for the sportsman division. And here's the starting lineup. On the pole, car number 77 from Hanson, Mass. in the York Landscaping Allied Auto Parts, Bill Goodrow. So there's the lineup of our first qualifier for the sportsman division tonight. Ray Alexander was scheduled to start in the 4th spot in the Bow Brothers car, just ahead of Mike Hassel. Tonight, 12 cars in this qualifying round. As they head down the back straightaway, we're looking for the start this time. These cars are a little bit faster, get around quicker. All right, 2 by 2. Ron Manfredo stares them down as they roll out of turn 4, winds them up, and drops the green flag. Linwood Cowan way out of shape as he stood in the throttle there. That car getting almost around, but he saved it. Dana Willis is the leader as they go down the back straightaway, but Cowan is able to get a good jump out of turn 2. A little bit of banging out there in that 4th turn. Cowan tries to keep the nose down and take the lead away from Dana Willis. He'll do it. Out of the back straightaway. Oh, and we've got him 3 wide out there in turn 3. Mike Hassel on the outside, Scully in the middle. Rob Murray, Andy Johnson, all side by side now. Murray 3 wide. Underneath, both Dana Willis and the 4 of Alexander. Willis now sliding back through the field. Rob Murray in the 4 of Alexander battle for second, and now Murray able to pull away. Andy Johnson, the rookie driver, running along there in 4th spot, followed by Scully in 5th. Willis running 6th. Hassel is back in 7th. Cavanaugh is 8th. with Glenn Lawton ninth. Good now, Kevin Knapp. Linwood Cohen still out in front. As Dana Willis and Mike Cavanaugh get together out there in turn 4. Halfway marker shown to the field, and Linwood Cohen brings him down. Five-car battle as they head down into turn 3. Rob Murray to the outside. In the 08, here comes Alexander to the low side of the 4. Followed by Johnson in the 17. And Scully in the number 7. Murray now to the outside. Tries to get a run on the outside of Linwood Cowan. Rob Murray, Ray Alexander, wheel to wheel out there in turn 3. As Murray tries to get a run on the outside of the number 56. Alexander keeps it in tight right behind Cowan. And now Ray Alexander, running that low line, takes over that second spot. And as he pounds the back bumper of Cowan, gets him sideways now to the inside as they come out of turn 4. 2 to go. As Ray Alexander used that front bumper to move Linwood Cowan out of the way, and he finds himself in the lead with 1 lap to go. Andy Johnson takes over second. Here comes Scully. As Cowan pulls back a little bit, the 08 of Murray lost a little bit on that interchange as well. He went from 3rd to 5th. Checkered is out, and the winner is Alexander. Andy Johnson, the rookie driver, comes home second. What a run for the Propane Plus car. Andy Johnson, tremendous job as he comes home second. But the winner, number 4, the Bow Brothers automobile for Ray Alexander. Ray Alexander, car number 4, out of Barrington, the Bow Brothers Nats Racing Engines automobile. Finishing in second, the Propane Plus, number 17 from Dighton, it was Andy Johnson. All right, second and final qualifier for the Sportsman Division, ready to go. And once again with the lineup, here's Jim.
Herb Wright will be on the pole in car number 48. The Brockton, Massachusetts driver, sponsored by Lynch's Towing and Auto, H.A. Wright Electric, and Competitive Automotive. And alongside of Herb is that beautiful number 28 automobile of Todd Henshaw. Dave Molding owns the automobile. It's sponsored by Eurotech Auto Body, Belbin Service Station, John's Auto Repair, Cardis. West Warwick in car number 5, Dickinson's Auto, and Paul Vaness in the 9, the Shanana Lounge car number 9. As the 98 is electing to start in the rear, he's having a little problem getting underway, so he's going to start in the rear. We're looking for the green, and Herb Wright takes the flag and gets a real big jump on Todd Henshaw. Henshaw just didn't get it going and took that whole outside line back with him. This changes the race right from the very start as Herb Wright has the lead. Bobby Leclerc in the 42 up around the outside of Mike Silva. As the 81 of Brian Souza, he's into this action as well. Chad Chase the 8. Henshaw continuing to move to the rear as that car looks pretty but is not going tonight. He's got some work to do there to get the fine points squared in on that one. Right now, Herb Wright has the lead. Red number 48. But challenge very strong on the outside by Bobby Leclerc on the 42. Bobby comes around hard around the outside. Right behind him is Brian Souza. As Bobby is trying to close the door on the 48. The 42 has space if he can cut across the turn, and he does, slams the door. Bobby Leclerc has the lead. He cannot get it down and keep it down into that groove at the halfway mark. He cannot get it down into the groove. We'll see how he does now. Way up wide again. Your leader, as he is squaring off the racetrack. Chad Chase for the 8 has moved into that 3rd spot. That white and light pink colored number 8 standing out visibly as it's moving up behind the 48. Bobby Leclerc still showing the way around as he seems to have the 71 loses everything. Mike Sylvia loses everything coming out of the turn. And we're gonna have to go to yellow. Well, this is not what Bobby Leclerc wanted. Hold him right there all the way around. Hold everybody else up until he was ready to do what he did best. And then he'd go out in front. But he could hold the car right down in tight. Nobody wanted to be on the inside of Hop Harrington when Hop was running. Here's the green. Let's see what happens. Again, he moves to that middle of that groove with Chad Chase right behind him. Chase is going to keep him right on the ball. And here's Bobby Pellin moving into contention very quickly. Chase is going to keep him right on the ball. And Leclerc using up 2 grooves of the racetrack. Just a little bit of room underneath with 2 laps to go. Chase almost took it. Almost took the bait down the inside that time. Look out, Chase has to worry about Pellin now, as Pellin has moved into the fray. We got ourselves quite a race in this heat, with Bobby Leclerc holding onto the lead, but Chase trying to figure out what to do. He doesn't want Pellin to get by him, and at the same time, look out as Chase closes the door. As Leclerc closes the door, takes Chase off the track with a half a lap to go. A tough choice for Chad Chase right now as Bobby Leclerc wins it. Bobby Leclerc in that car number 42 from Taunton. All of the racetrack to stay in front of Chad Chase's. Chase could not make too many maneuvers with that car number 12, Bobby Pellin, knocking at the door behind him. If he made a mistake, Pellin was gonna go by. So there was an unusual style of blockage right here at the racetrack.
Okay, Jim, the Pro Stocks on the Speedway now. The top guns here at Seekonk Speedway, 15 laps the distance for their qualifiers. And the top 6 are going to qualify from each of the heats tonight. Starting on the pole in our first Pro Stock qualifier will be car number 21. Former champion out of Warwick, Rhode Island. In the Delisio Racing first line. Bringing up the rear from Middleborough. In the Davis Auto Salvage, Circle Farm Produce, and Mark's Towing and Auto Sales Chevrolet number 26, Dennis Dupree. All right, here they come out of turn 4. Rodman Fredo throws the green flag into that racing. Down into the first turn, Don Dione on the inside. On the outside, it's Dias. Rick Martin, Ronnie Pond, top 4 cars under a blanket as they head out of turn 4. Dione with the advantage. Martin settling in second. As they cross the stripe, working on lap number 2. Johnny Tripp on the inside of the Ronnie Pond Pontiac takes over third as Dias falling back just a little bit, but he shuts the door on Dick Houlihan. Don Dione out in front, but here comes Johnny Tripp, gets the nose up underneath last week's feature winner. And Johnny Tripp has got a good run going in the number 40. Takes over second at the line. Tripp and Martin side by side on the back straightaway. Also moving up, the number 50, Jimmy McCallum, now up to 6th spot in the number 50 Chevrolet. Still wheel to wheel out on the back straightaway. Don Dione out in front. Rick Martin on the outside. Johnny Tripp on the inside. Dias right there in 4th. Houlihan now to the inside. Oh, they get together, and Houlihan grabs the spot. Houlihan takes over 4th. McCallum moves on up to 5th. Dias falls back to 6th as he and Tex Berry get together, and Berry grabs the spot. Here comes Dennis Dupree, and we've got a bid for the lead. Here comes the 40. Johnny Tripp at the halfway mark takes over the top spot. Martin slides on through to take second as they go by Doug Hansen out of the back straightaway. Don Dione settles in 3rd spot. Houlihan is 4th. McCallum is 5th. As Johnny Tripp really has that number 40 dialed in tonight. Trippy started 4th. Finds himself in the lead, but here comes Ricky Martin. Martin and Tripp bumper to bumper as they go out of turn 2. Martin trying to find any way by. Tripp right in the middle of the racetrack. Here comes Martin to the low side. Meanwhile, back there in 3rd, Houlihan to the run on the outside, and here comes Martin. Martin pulls up alongside Tripp. As Tripp can't keep the car on the low side of the racetrack, Rick Martin scoots by and takes over the lead. Dick Houlihan with the number 1. That car really on fire. He's up to 3rd spot. Dick Houlihan in car number 1 takes over 3rd. As Martin and Tripp continue to battle for the lead with 3 laps to go. Houlihan rides 3rd. Dione is 4th. McCallum is 5th and Barry rides 6th. 2 to go now for Ricky Martin. On the bubble, Tex Barry in the number 18. That car a little bit out of shape. He's the man on the bubble right now. 1 lap to go for Ricky Martin. Johnny Tripp runs 2nd. Houlihan is 3rd. 3 cars battle for the lead as they come out of turn 4. Martin throws the block. He'll win the race. Tripp is 2nd. Houlihan 3rd, followed by Dione. McCallum 40, followed by Dick Houlihan in the number 1. Don Dione comes home 4th in the number 21, followed by Jim McCallum in the number 50. And the final qualifier through the qualifying heats here, car number 18 for Tex Barry Jr. All right, 2nd heat rolling out on the speedway now, and once again with the starting lineup, here's Jim Power.
Okay, and this will be the last night that the performance and the 19 of Jeff Zeidema from Worcester, Consumer Auto Supply car number 19. George Rigo in the 64 from North Dartmouth, starting in 10th is Jeff Thompson in the 46. The 74 of Dave Blanchard, and that's your lineup. And look out, because we can get the green any moment. And yes, we're greening. And whoop, Freddie Estelle got into a bit of a jam in the turn as things got very, very hairy all of a sudden. A lot of traffic. Everybody wants that number 1 spot. As it's 3 deep going into that first turn, they're trying to sort themselves out. Down the inside goes Bobby Tripp as the 38 of Madison gets squeezed back. As Vinny Anaromo gets a little bit of a corner of Madison's back bumper, and he had to reach for the stars for just a moment as the 48 of Freddie Estelle Jr. has the lead with Charlie Rose with the 91 chasing him hard. The number 88 of Bobby Tripp is 3rd. Vinny Anaromo down underneath Madison with Jimmy Wilkins right behind him. Jeff Zeidema on that 19 automobile. And it looks like they appear to be closing, or at least Charlie Rose appears to be closing on Fred Estelle. As the TD Sports Bar's car number 91. He looks down the inside of Estelle. Estelle a little bit squirrely coming out of that turn. A little bit of a rear end breaking loose. And we got the 43 automobile up against the wall over on the backstretch. The Bay State Lincoln Mercury and Koopman Lumber all sponsor that 48 automobile as Fred Estelle Jr. brings it out of the turn looking for the green from Ron Manfredo. Yes, there we go. Vinny Anaromo hoping that Rose stays up in there as he wants to keep the 88 a Tripp down behind him. But it's not working out as Vinny has planned as the 88 moves ahead of Rose and moves right underneath the 48. You couldn't get a piece of paper between them for a moment there. Bobby Tripp. Rose right on Tripp's quarter panel. And look at who's nosing his little quiet way in there as the 74 and the 46 get together. The 74 of Dave Blanchard. Vinny Anaromo says, I'm still down on the inside and I want to get on the outside. But it has not worked out numerically for him on these restarts. Let's see what happens this time, bringing them around. Tripp on the outside, Estelle on the inside. A wide turn goes Estelle as they get the green and off and running. Down the backstretch, Estelle still has the edge as Tripp goes in with him, matching him. Estelle comes out of the turn with a bit of a lead, and now Rose gets under Tripp. Rose gets under Tripp, and Anaromo gets by the 5. It's still anybody out in front. As Rich says, a blanket will cover the leaders. Yep, Fred Estelle. Using all of the racetrack and all of the young experience that that man has been able to put together to keep ahead of Charlie Rose and Bobby Tripp. Charlie Rose just waiting. Charlie Rose gets a nose underneath, but no. Fred manages to hang it on and hang it tough. Through the turns, out of the turns. Freddie Estelle still in there. They're throwing everything with the CD player at him to try to get him out of that front. Freddie isn't responding. He's steady. One more time around. As Freddie Estelle with Charlie Rose still looking. Now again, Tripp has dropped back a little. With a half a lap to go out of the turn. Here comes your finish. And Freddie Estelle Jr. to make that one mistake, and Fred did not. So Fred Estelle Jr. from Westport, the Lindblad Chassis Automobile, is your winner. In second spot was the 91 of Charlie Rose, and the 88 and the 11 were both in there, as well as the 5. Whew, we have another one like that. It's going to be a long night. Action aplenty continues as we continue on with the next of the Pro Stock.
New England Tire and Battery, Zeke's Custom Performance, and J. Peary Trucking, the sponsors of the Chevrolet for Joe Peary. And rounding out the field on the number 78, out of Norwalk, in the Dairy and Tree Service Patch and Auto Parts Automobile, it is Tom McCory. All right, the field is set, they're ready to go. Out in turn 4, it is Mike Cavallaro and Stormin' Norman Holden to bring the field around. Ron Manfredo winds him up, green is out, and we're underway. Off turn 2, down the back straightaway. Cavallaro on the inside, Holden on the outside. With Ray Lee and the number 9 of Manny Dias right up there on the outside. Wayne Dion, Len Ellis, right now the top 6. They're the drivers that'll transfer. Hanato and LaPlante desperately trying to get up front. Off turn 2 and down the back straightaway, it is still Norm Holden out in front by about 6 car lengths over Manny Dias Jr., who's moving on up to the second spot. Dias in the number 9 with a good run, takes over the runner-up spot. Dion rolls on up into third spot in the 99. Here comes Ray Lee. Ray Lee in the number 33, Chevy Camaro to the high side of Cavallaro. Then it's Ellis running 6th with Hammer and Rick Hanato 1 spot out of the transfer in 7th in his Camaro. So Holden, Dias, Dion, the top 3. Then it's Ray Lee now sliding on up to 4th. Mike Cavallaro holding down the 5th spot. Ellis trying to hold off Rick Hanato for the final transfer spot here tonight. Ellis down to the outside trying to take 5th. Here comes Dion. Dion to the inside. Wayne Dion goes to the low side at the halfway mark. He's underneath Manny Dias, trying to take over the 2nd spot. He's going to get it here at the start-finish line. Ellis trying to get that 5th spot, opens the door for Rick Hanato, and here comes Hanato to try to take over the final transfer spot. That's the battle to get in the feature event tonight. And Rick Hanato, the rookie driver, moves on up into the top 6, getting by Len Ellis out there in the back straightaway. The 6 of Holden cruising out in front, with Dion right there in 2nd, Dias riding 3rd, followed by Ray Lee, Mike Cavallaro, Rick Hanato in 6th now. Len Ellis falling back, but the 87 way out of shape out there in turn 4, and now Ellis able to get up alongside. He's going to try to take over the 5th spot. Now that moves Hanato back into the 7th position. This is all for the final transfer spot. And now we've got him 3 wide as Caballero goes right up the racetrack, opens the door. Hanato takes 5th. Meanwhile, out in front, Wayne Dion has closed the gap. Wayne Dion, as Mike Caballero and Joe Peary get together out there in the back straightaway. 1 lap to go in the leaders. And now, Paul LaPlante gets together with Caballero, drives right over the nose of the number 87, and the yellow is out. Mike Caballero's car had been drifting back over the past couple of laps. He was finding something wrong with that race car. It was all over. The race winner is going to be number 6, Stormin Norman Holden. Runner-up, number 99, Wayne Dion. That's the 9 of Dias. The 33 are rolling out of the Speedway. The Formula 4s in their first feature event. And with the starting lineup, once again, it's Jim Power.
It's ring-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding time now as the 4 in a row, and look at them go. Some of them front-wheel drive, some of them rear-wheel drive. They're a pound per cubic inch. So if they got a 1,600 cubic centimeter engine, not cubic inch, 1,600 cubic centimeter engine, they weigh 1,600 pounds or more. Don't try to figure it out, I never could. Jeff Costa from Somerset in the 06 will be on the pole alongside is Jeff Walsh from West Kingstown, Rhode Island in the 99. Jimmy Sylvia in the 71 from Warwick. Looks like we may get the green this time. If we missed your sponsorship this time, we'll try to catch it next time it comes around, because we definitely want to take care of all the sponsors on this very, very exciting 4-cylinder division. And then look for the green. Here we go. Quickly they slam shift into 2nd and roar into 3rd. Shift up into 4th. Kick it into the overdrive. And all 4 pistons are going sideways and up and down and everywhere they're supposed to go. Look out, we got the engine going to lunch in the 11. Oh, is that thing smoking? As the commercial goes, he's smoking. Look out for the 39. Hold on a minute, hold on a minute, hold on. Get the rear wheels down on the racetrack. They don't have locked rear ends, all of them. They have front wheel drive. That's why the rear wheels come right off the racetrack. The 06 of Jeff Costa is in the lead, but he is having a problem as Kevin Casper, with that much heavier Ford automobile. Shane Gamboa in the 44 is tucked right up behind Casper. Casper in the 89, Gamboa in the 44, and a little bit of pushing going on. As we got the 39, the 9 is holding on. Back down on the 3 or 4 wheels, whichever matters. We have a lot of fun with these. But it's a very, very hard racing division. The 71 is getting out wide, and that lets Larry Linfield and the 61 get underneath them. Right now, the 42 is hung up on the turn. Stacy, and Shane. Jamestown, we've been trying to truck around. I was down there the other day. I went 4 miles before I could get going the other direction.
Lovely town.
And another 1.5 miles before I could find reverse. Well, that's different. They took the training wheels off my car carrier. And looking for the green now. With the 06 of Jeff Costa coming around. Jeff puts the pedal to the metal. And so does Kevin Casper. Shane Gamboa says, I'm here first. And Shane in that 44 gets underneath Casper and takes over that 2nd spot as the 11 starts to lunch again. Definitely, hold on, as the 9 is way out, and that's the 31, sorry, the 31, he hits the 19, who hits the 39, who hits the wall, not quite, no, the 31 took a pretty good wallop. Check on him, I guess the photographers are right there, they can look in, yeah, he's okay, he's moving around. 61 of these automobiles are entered. Not all of them at the same time, and that's why we have to split it up into 2 feature events for them. There are 61 in the works here, there, and the other place. And we get the green. There's Jeff Costa. Look at Gamboa getting that back end of that one out there way out, and he had to back down as he's got a problem getting it down. He almost tagged the wall. And Shane, it's either Bobcat or Pinto type, having problems getting that around. The 3 car of Robbie Rose, the 42 around again, the 42 of Stacy Holovac in the turn around again, and the yellow comes out. There's Robbie Rose with that 3 Volkswagen race graphics. Well, Jeff Costa, once again, it falls on his shoulders to bring him around and stay in front of some very, very fast-moving equipment behind him. But the safest place to be in this division is out in front. Unless you're lapping a car, of course. But right now, the green is coming out for Jeff Costa. And he's called upon to hold off Shane Gamboa. Gamboa nudges down the inside. He and Costa going around together through the turn as Costa drops back to second spot.
He destroyed his car last week. So that's...
Shane did?
Right.
Yeah.
He'd come back and win. That'd be...
As Shane Gamboa, hold on, we got the 9 around backwards, and can he get it going again? Yeah. All right, put it in gear, and away we go. White flag coming out. As Shane with a totally rebuilt automobile. Which reminds me, Shane had a total wreck last week. He comes around for the victory flag. The winner is Shane Gamboa, with Jeff Costa finishing in second spot. Robbie Rose taking the third spot. And I believe Fabrication Burke and O'Connor Construction, and they did well to even get a number on the car, let alone get the sponsors' names back on again, as Shane Gamboa wins himself a feature, coming back from total defeat last week. Rich?
On the Speedway. Good run for Shane. And once again, he'll take his victory lap here, pull the car to the infield, and come out for the victory lane photographs right at the conclusion of this feature event. So congratulations to Shane. All right, right now to the starting lineup of our second Formula 4 feature event, starting on the pole in the 00 from North Attleboro, the Risser Engineering Bucky's Furniture 00 for Al Martian. Starting on the outside in the number 72, out of Fall River, the driver Mike Holiak in the Cape Cod Used Cars Automobile. Starting third from Narragansett in the Rebello Property Maintenance HP Engineering and Burnt Auto Body number 15, it's Mike Rebello. And outside in car number 14 from Rumford, currently the point leader, Sparky Arsenal. And outside, way back there in the 18 spot, Kevin Casper, number 88, Shady Tree Auto Sales. Final row to the inside, number 36, Russell Harris out of Seekonk, and outside, number 78, Dana Savory. All right, green flag drops, we're underway, and Al Martian in the 00 gets together with Mike Rebello as they go into that first turn. Holiak way up on the outside, and there's the 84 Bill Shoulder, feature winner a couple weeks back. Sliding on up to third spot. Here they come out of turn number 4. It is Mike Rebello in the Burnt's Auto Body, 4 out in front. Followed by Bagnell as the 88. Casper way out of shape, and the 84 of Shoulder, who was running in the third spot, goes around in turn 2. So feature winner Bill Shoulder goes around in the second turn. Keep your eyes on the 88 and the 0. As they thread the needle through traffic, Kevin Casper, Sparky Arsenal working their way up. But out in front, it is Mike Rebello in the lead. Greg Bagnell second. In third, Neil Anderson. And on the outside, squeezing through, we've got 4 wide into that corner, the 88 of Flip Casper. Comes on up to the outside. He's going to try to take over the 4th spot on the outside of the 14 of Dave Gavlik. Casper takes over 4th spot, way up high. Meanwhile, out in front, here comes the 30 Bagnell muscles his way to the inside and takes over the lead from Mike Rebello.
The 72
We've got the 72 around out here. Polyak out in turn 4. Point standings for all 4 divisions. A tie, in fact, going into this race between the number 3 of Robbie Rose, who had a top 5 finish in the last feature, and Sparky Arsenault in that number 0, currently running 6th. They're tied for the top spot in the points. Greg Bagnell sits 5th on the grid, just 8 points behind. Billy Scholler and Neil Anderson also in the top 7. Those drivers are all in this feature event. All right, here they come out of turn 4. Bagnell stands on the gas. Green is out, and we're underway. Here comes Casper to the outside. He passes 2 cars by the time they hit turn 1. And Casper is now the runner-up in the number 88. So it's Bagnell out in front, but here comes Casper at the halfway mark. 5 down, 5 to go as Bagnell throws the block out here in turn 4. Casper running in second, and now he makes the move to the inside. Kevin Casper, in 5 laps, he goes from 18th to 1st in this feature event. What a run for Kevin Casper. Trouble out of the backstretch, a couple of cars together. The 46 and in 6. Carter Pelletier, car number 83, started 12th. He's worked his way to the 6th spot. Then it's the pole sitter, Al Marchand in the 00, running back there in the 7th spot. All right, side by side, 5 laps to go. Here they come out of turn number 4. Ron Manfredo looks them over, shows them green, and we're back racing. The 2 Volkswagens pull the 2 Fords as they head down into the first turn. Kevin Casper, Sparky Arsenault, the 2 Volkswagens out in front. And it's the Ford EXPs running 3rd and 4th. On the outside, the 83, Carter Pelletier, another VW on the high side, trying to make it work. Oh, the 00 way out of shape, fighting with the wheel, back and forth. Gets tagged out there again. The back bumper just about falling off the car with 2 laps to go. Here they come. 2 to go. For car number 88, Kevin Flip Casper. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. And way out wide out there in turn 4 is the 83. Casper and Arsenault, the top 2. As they head down into the 3rd turn, Kevin Casper is going to win the 2nd Formula 4 feature tonight. Sparky Arsenault will finish 2nd. Bagnell comes home 3rd. And oh, the battle at the line. The 15 and the 84 get together, and Mike Rebello does a great job to hang on to that car in 3rd. Bill Scholler will finish in 5th in the number 84. Good run for Scholler, because remember, he spun out on the first lap of this one here tonight and had to start from the back end of the pack and work his way back to the front. So here's your winner, car number 88 out of Swansea, Shady Tree Auto Sales, L&L Auto Parts, Wilkinson Fuel, and Benz & Corp.
You can imagine not only the tension from running an ordinary race, but the tension that's building up from not having qualified to run. And Last 6 positions at the feature up for grabs. The first 18 are selected by the heats. These are the ones that finish behind them, for one reason or another. Maybe it was a flat tire, maybe it was a bad plug, maybe somebody twisted something the wrong way, maybe a minor accident. Whatever it was, they all hope that it's been straightened out. Looking for a qualifying position now in this consolation event as they come out of the third turn into the fourth. Ronnie says, yes, we're racing. Dave Madison trying to get that outside row moving ahead, and it doesn't work. As Letty Ellis, who's in behind Denny Dupuy in that 41 automobile. Right now, the bubble car is that 78 of Tom McCurry, as the 22 Boston Chicken has to get by the 78 to qualify. The 57 gets tagged by Caballero. Around and around, and Rigo is involved. So once again, Grease Monkey, $3 off with the coupon that's in the program. Regularly $24.95, but if you have a smiley face on there as well, you get yourself a free oil change at Grease Monkey. So it's worth it. Seekonk Speedway official rule books, that's the procedural rule books, are available at the program stand for $3. They're the procedural rule books, what the officials use to rule on what's going on. We're not talking about building cars now. We're talking about the official order of business rule books. You want to add that to your memorabilia? Looks like the 57 is able to get back out. Word is out. Keep it moving if at all possible. Plenty of hot chocolate. Looking for the green with 2 laps complete in this all-important consolation event. Coming down and around. Madison doesn't get it going. Madison doesn't get it going. Job has hosted that radio program and has been able to field some very, very difficult questions. He was a bit nervous at first about the concept of it, people calling in and asking him these very, very, some of them quite embarrassing, putting you on the spot. Why did you do, he's doing an excellent job. 990 WALE on Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock. Good program. And the green is going again. Still in this consolation event, trying to qualify the 6 automobiles to come out of this. Starting positions in the feature event. Right now, the Boston Chicken 22 is the car that you must pass to qualify. Denny Dupuy leading him around. Whoa, the 82 goes for a tumble. Doug Hansen. He gets it going again. And the best Danny Sullivan maneuver of the night. Keeps it going. Away we go. Caballero wants to qualify the 87. He's got to pass the 23 to do it. He's going to pass Steve Channing to do it. Lenny Ellis still not at all happy with the way that 41 is getting around. It's 2, 4, 6, with the 6 being the 38 automobile. 38 automobile, your last one to qualify in this consolation event. As Ellis would like to see that 41 running a little bit stronger as he comes up again on Denny Dupuis. Caballero is not giving up on getting by the 38 of Madison. Caballero in the 87 wants to qualify that automobile. I can't imagine why. As we continue on, with 2 laps to go, 2 more times around, and the last chance. The time is running out for the back 4 cars. The time is running out for the back 4 cars. 1 more time around as Denny Dupuis brings him around. And 38, Dave Madison, fighting for the spot. The 82 out of it again. Coming out of the turn, the 82 gets off the track in time. And we come around with Denny Dupuis all the way back to Dave Madison as
Automotive number 48, it's Herb Wright. Outside, number 77, from Hanson in the Greg York automobile, it's Dana Willis. Starting third, Eurotech Auto Body and Belbin Service Station are among the sponsors of car number 28. The driver from Raynham, Massachusetts, Todd Henshaw. And outside of the number 56, from Swansea, Precision Engines, Magoni's Restaurant, L&L Used Auto, and Shady Tree Auto help sponsor Linwood Cowan of Swansea. Starting fifth in the 08, from Tiverton in the Matthew Auto Body, Consumer Auto Supply Chevrolet, it's Rob Murray. And outside of the number 14 from Cumberland, Commercial Heating Service and Northeast Auto Recycling sponsor Steve Sanford. Starting seventh, car number 42 from Taunton in the A1 container, JB's Carpet, Goulet Oil, Top Line Machine Automobile for Bobby Leclerc. And outside in the number 4 from Barrington, Bow Brothers, Nats Racing Engines, Jack Salvage, and St. Angelo Buick. Number 4, it's Ray Alexander. Starting ninth, car number 12 from Cranston, A&A Auto Parts and Red's Auto Salvage, Michael's Towing, and Paige Holland are listed as sponsors for Bob Pellin. And outside in the number 7 from Warwick, in the Dunright Roofing, Delta Clutch, D&D Enterprises, Chevrolet. From Warwick, it's Tom Scully. Next row to the inside, number 81 from Westport, in the Hydro Stop Roofing, Somerset Sheet Metal, Somerset Auto Parts. Car number 81, it's Brian Souza. And outside in the number 11, winner on opening night from Warwick, and the 98 Elmer Wing. And rounding out the field tonight in our 25 car starting field, it's scheduled to be the number 24 out of Warwick in the Joe's Towing automobile, Mike Blackmar.
Was it Wing? The one at the end.
No, Wing's out there.
It was one of the last 5 or 6 back runners he had to pull in. He just put in the pins. That's Wally.
Looks like one of the cars will not be starting the race here tonight. We're down to a 24 car full starting field. Green flag waves and we're underway. On the break, Herb Wright has the lead in the back straightaway with Todd Henshaw moving on up to second. Dana Willis rides there in third. Then it's Rob Murray and Linwood Cowan. Trouble on in turn 4. A couple of cars getting together. The 92 and the 26 come together. 92 for Jimmy Whitehead and Ed Papineau in the 26, but they keep on rolling and we stay green 2 laps down. And it's still Herb Wright out in front. Henshaw second, Willis is third. And it's Rob Murray and Linwood Cowan side by side. Now Murray to the inside. 3 wide out there, sends a couple of cars sideways. Mike Hassel, way out of shape, falls back through the field as everybody gets jumbled up out there. Here comes the 4. Ray Alexander tucks it under the 77 and tries to make it stick as they exit turn 2. Ray Alexander moves on up to the 4th spot. Tom Scully right on his back bumper. Bobby Leclerc and Bobby Pellin all right there. There's a lot of smoke coming out of Kevin Knapp's car from the rear end, and he gets black flag along with the 92 of Jim Whitehead. Here come the leaders. Car number 48. Herb Wright still in front. But the action begins to heat up right behind him. Oh, we got a jam session out there in the back straightaway. A couple of lap cars getting together and tapping on the helmet wing. Meanwhile, Rob Murray gets a run on the outside in the 08. Murray outside of Todd Henshaw as they come out of turn 4. Murray works the outside and he'll take over second in the number 08. Now sets out after Herb Wright. Great run for Rob Murray. Todd Henshaw rides third now. Here comes Tom Scully. Scully gets underneath the 4 of Alexander, but Ray shuts the door. Herb Wright from Brockton, Mass. In the Lynch's Towing, Wright Electric and Competitive Automotive, number 48, leads the charge. Right behind him in second is Rob Murray. Third is Todd Henshaw. And we've got him 3 wide in the back straightaway. Bobby Leclerc on the outside around Ray Alexander. Halfway marker out. In our sportsman feature, and Bobby Leclerc, who won his heat race earlier tonight, takes over the 4th spot in the 42. Here comes Leclerc. Scully down to the inside for 5th. Murray goes to the inside, takes over the lead.
12 bit off the track and temporarily lost a lot of position.
Paul Vaness with a problem, and we've got a yellow.
Fire.
As there's a fire in the number 9. There's looks like probably a piece of the exhaust pipe here in the front straightaway, and everybody rolling by. Paul Vaness in car number 9. 16th, and look where he is, up to 7th.
Get a chance. They got a new address. We've been given the wrong address. They're on West Fountain Street now.
Okay.
Try to. When you get a chance. No, work it out.
Okay, field set as they rumble down the back straightaway into turn 3, looking for the restart. Rob Murray, Herb Wright, Todd Henshaw, and Bobby Leclerc, the front 4, set to do battle with 12 laps to go. Winding them up, green is out, we're underway. Oh, trouble on the start. As the 42 of Bobby Leclerc went skyward as he climbed up the left rear quarter of Herb Wright's car. Everybody kept on rolling. A little bit of damage to the right automobile, and Leclerc's car definitely affected. We're under green. Tough break for Bobby Leclerc as Herb Wright just didn't get the power he needed. Leclerc is now falling back through the field along with Herb Wright. So 2 of the top 5 cars are going to get knocked out of this one. Mike Silva goes around in the 3rd turn. He keeps the car powered, and we stay green as Rob Murray continues to lead the charge in the number 08. Mike Silva pulling back out of the speedway in front of the leaders. He's lost a lap though. Here comes last week's winner, Chad Chase. Chad Chase on the outside. Oh, we've got 3 wide in turn 2. Wow, Tom Scully to the inside. Chad Chase to the outside, and Todd Henshaw dropped back to 5th spot. What a run from Brian Souza in the 81. As Chad Chase and Tom Scully take over 2nd and 3rd, they're side by side. Rob Murray now hitting some race traffic as he comes off turn 4. Scully gets turned around sideways in turn 4, and the yellow is out as he sits in a very bad spot. Wright's car didn't go as quickly as it needed to, and Bobby Leclerc rode right up over the back of car number 48. Okay, the leaders are ready to go. 7 laps to go to decide this one here tonight, and it's Rob Murray, Chad Chase. Here they come out of turn 4. Green flag is out. Murray and Chase take the field at turn 1. Rob Murray with a little bit of an advantage, but Chad Chase's car works strong on the outside. Side by side, 6 laps to go as they come out of turn 4. Murray trying to use up the racetrack with 5 more laps to go. Chad Chase settles in 2nd now, tries the inside. Here comes Chase to the low groove. Trouble in turn 4. Tom Scully gets together with a couple of cars out there, the 48 of Herb Wright and the 30 Bobby Pellin's number 12. Todd Henshaw hangs on in 5th. Ray Alexander runs 6th. Mike Hassel is up to 7th. Linwood Cowan back to 8th as we are set to go with 5 laps remaining. Ready to turn it loose here tonight. Ron Manfredo points the turns 3 and 4. Rob Murray sets a slow pace down to that corner. Chad Chase on the outside, ready to go as they step on out of turn 4. Green flag waves and we're underway. Rob Murray with the jump on the back straightaway. Here comes Brian Souza. Souza gets a run. Underneath Chad Chase. That's for second spot with 4 laps to go.
And we got contact over in the second turn, but they keep on rolling. 3 laps to go as that 08 of Rob Murray continuing to put a little bit of distance. Here's the 32 through the infield, back out again. As Brian Souza is trying to hold on to that second spot, Kohler wants to get through. Chase doesn't want to give it up. We got a race with 2 laps to go. Coming down for 1. Coming down for a white flag. Look at this race for second now. As Kohler is under that 81 automobile. As Murray continuing to show the way around, Kohler has moved into that second spot, ahead of Filter. Out of the turn, your winner is the 08 automobile of Murray. What was Kohler here? What did I say, Kohler? Yeah. Oh, that's all right. Well, Rob Murray from Tiverton, Rhode Island, and the 12 automobile putting on a show. Bobby Pellin, as Bobby just...
Chad Chase right at the end there with a restart. He didn't want to deal with that. He was a winner last week.
Yeah, but he told me last week that this is my fifth weekend. I guess he was right.
Well, this car worked great. We got out in front. We were able to hold off all these guys. It was a pretty clean race all in all.
Yeah, it was. Went good. Okay.
You've been at this for a little while. Your first win was the Cohen division. I know there's a lot of people you have with that.
Oh, yeah. All my sponsors, Sumo, Supply Destiny, Matt Mortified, my buddy Ray Line, Sam's son, Manny McGann, Precision. Yeah, Precision, and someone has another driver named Rick Martin.
Well, congratulations, Rob, on a tremendous job. The feature winner, let's hear it for the whole crew as well. Rob Martin, the winner, his first Sportsman feature event win here tonight at the Seekonk Speedway. Matthew Autobody and Super Auto Supply, kind of a 0-8. A great job for Rob Murray and the whole crew in a very competitive Sportsman feature.
One alone.
Thank you again, Rich. Wait a
minute, kids. Stay there.
Running the stairs.
Okay, hang on, guys. Hang on.
Right now, time.
All right, gang. Come on, get in there. Let's go. Barry.
Over to the lead.
Yo, microphone.
Small block Chevy. Joe Mazziello restored it. The new owner is Rich Mosier. The 999. Where is it? I can't. The 999 is one of the earliest vintage race cars. That was a Riverside Park Speedway car for Danny Gardiana in 1957. 8 laps. The number 7, number 7 is the flathead V8 Ford, raced at Brookline Speedway in Brookline, New Hampshire. The M5 is the early 60s ride for Marvin Chase at Waterford Speedway. Waterford Speedball. The 9 New Hampshire, that's an old Studebaker. That's an old Studebaker Dick Nichols is driving that. Car number 5 is Dave Scott. Dave was just in a serious automobile accident. He's got a fractured rib and a fractured back. Number 9. He'll be taking it easy, but he isn't out there right now. That's a 32 Ford Coupe. Barrington, New Hampshire, raced up the Pines and up into Manchester, Oxford, and Beach Ridge, up that way. The 92 was Bob Pringle's car. The 13, Rusty Smith run that at Claremont Speedway, Rookie of the Year. Last coupe to run a sanctioned event in Thompson. It's owned by Tiber Racing, and Butch Master is the driver tonight. 2+2 Mustang. That was Beach Ridge car number 30 up at Beach Ridge. And the 2X, of course, ran at Waterford. It's owned by Charlie Lima. That beautiful wrecker that you see out in the infield, that's got a 302 Ford V8 in it. It's been modified a bit. That's a 1947 Ford. It's owned by Randy Hall, but it's got a big V8 in it now. It doesn't have the old flathead in it. We've got a little bit of everything out there running. Beautiful automobiles. Takes me back a long, long time. Look at the tires on the back. Some of those tires were almost 3 feet wide. With 2 laps to go, more of an exhibition. 1 lap to go now. As the 9 New Hampshire coming around. 13, of course, is your leader. Yeah. 9 New Hampshire was a Studebaker coupe. The Ford in it. And the winner coming by is that beautiful number 13, Rusty Smith's. He won that as the Rookie of the Year up in Claremont. The last coupe to run a sanctioned event at Thompson. Dennis Gagliardi drove at Westboro as the 1M. Tiber Racing owns it, and Butch Mast is the driver tonight. With the Vice President, Ron Burgess, and the beautiful, beautiful cars, and these guys, really, really something else to watch, I think. You can get up there and look at them and see the different ways they're put together and what they went with. Like the 61 Richie Evans' car, the big orange up there.
On the clinch green. Next time by, it'll be a full song for 35 laps. Yellow light. Yellow light flashes will go one more time around as they continue to straighten the lineup out there in the back straightaway. Don Dione, Norm Holden. 2 veterans here at Seekonk Speedway make up row number 1. There's the clinch green. Next time by, he'll turn him loose. Tremendous field of pro stocks. Narrowed down to the best 24 we could put on the racetrack tonight. Ready to go. Turn number 4 is where the start should come. Dione, in the middle of the racetrack, brings them down to the line. Green flag is out and we're underway. On the brake, still side by side with Don Dione on the inside. Norm holding up high. We've got a 3 wide in the middle of the pack with Johnny Tripp, Manny Dias, and the 91 of Charlie Rose, all trying to find racing room. 3 wide. Meanwhile, out in front, Dione able to pull out from the 6 of Holden. Ray Lee sticks the nose inside in the number 33, and Ray Lee runs on up to the run-out spot. Freddie Estelle right there as well on number 48, and Flying Freddie trying to take over third as they head out of turn 4. Bobby Tripp sits 5th. Charlie Rose is 6th. Back in 7th is Johnny Tripp, followed by Jimmy Wilkins, Wayne Dion, and number 1, Dick Houlihan, running side by side with the count of the 50. Don Dione with about a 4-car length lead over car number 33, Ray Lee. Freddie Estelle now settles in 3rd, closes the door, as Dion now trying to get a run on Johnny Tripp in the inside. Meanwhile, Charlie Rose takes over 5th spot from Norm Holden. Charlie Rose up to 5th in the 91. Johnny Tripp keeps it tucked to the low side in the number 40. As Tripp continues to try to work the underside of the number 6 of Holden. Dion trying to find racing room, but he can't make it work, as he's stuck behind Johnny Tripp and Holden, battling back there for the 7th and 8th spots. Vinny Anarumo breaks out of traffic now in car number 11. Martin and Barry come together in turn 4. As Rick Martin tried to get underneath Tex Barry, Barry shut the door, and they almost went around. Last week's winner, Rick Martin, cannot get out of race traffic. Oh, and they're slamming each other as they come out of turn 4 one more time. Martin gets a spot. All right, off turn 4, the leaders. Across the stripe one more time, Bobby Tripp now takes it up to the high side of Freddie Estelle. He's going to try to take over 3rd. Bobby Tripp on the move. Tripp in that number 88. Up and around, flying Freddie Estelle. Takes over the number 3 spot. Estelle gets together with Charlie Rose. They both straighten it out. And we've got a spinner out in turn 2 to bring out the yellow. Couple of cars together. Car number 74, Dave Blanchard. And right behind him, row number 2, a couple of young upstarts in this division. Although they're both feature winners. Bobby Tripp, a winner in his rookie year last year, and Freddie Estelle, winner on opening night, has won 5 times driving for Rolly Lindblad. Also a great story in the program tonight about Mr. Lindblad and his accomplishments here at Seekonk Speedway. All right, 13 laps down as they go to turn 3, 22 laps to go. Don Dione and Ray Lee bring him to the stripe. Green flags out, and we're back underway. Ray Lee powers by Dione, whose car is off the pace. Dione, and oh, what a jam session out there in turn 3. Rick Hanito went airborne out there in turn 3 and really clobbered the outside wall in car number 24. Also involved Manny Dias, as we've got a red flag on the speedway. Jeff Zeidema, Dennis Dupree, and Don Dione. They're over there checking on Rick Hanito's condition out there in the infield, and they need the ambulance over to Rick Hanito's car in the infield. So a grinding crash out there on the back straightaway. Rick Hanito in car number 24, the car vaulted airborne as he got rear-ended by Manny Dias in the number 9. Nowhere to go in the middle of the pack as something happened to the number 21 of Don Dione. Received good news from Rick Hanito's car. Apparently Rick is conscious and alert. He's just shaken up at this time. They're going to give him a thorough looking over. A moment ago about Don Dion, and opening night, he had a top 10 finish in the bank when the motor expired with just a couple of laps to go. Last week he was running up front and cut a tire down. And again tonight with the lead of the race on a restart, something going wrong with that number 21 car and sending him to the pits. A tough break for the veteran. Okay, one more lap being called for the Pro Stocks as they try to scrub the tires clean. One more time around. Ray Lee, Bobby Tripp, Freddie Estelle, and Charlie Rose Jr. Jeff Zeidema making a return to the Speedway in the number 19. He'll have to show up at the tail end of the field. What a break for Jeff as he gets to rejoin the action here tonight. Ricky Martin started back in the 18th spot. Got locked into some traffic early on, but he's been able to work his way up to 12th in the number 14. Maybe somebody to keep your eyes on here in the remaining 22 laps. All right, here they come. Turns 3 and 4. Ray Lee in the 33. On the outside, Shrek in the 88. Green is out for underway. Off turn 2, Ray Lee has the jump. Estelle moves on up to take second from Bobby Tripp. Here comes Charlie Rose as Estelle goes to the outside. Freddie Estelle immediately looks to the outside of Ray Lee. Can't make it work. Bobby Tripp and Charlie Rose are side by side. They bang fenders out there, turning Freddie Estelle a little bit sideways. Here comes Charlie Rose. Rose to the inside, trying for second spot on Ray Lee. Freddie Estelle on the outside. Charlie Rose down low. Ray Lee pulling away. Then it's Johnny Tripp and Bobby Tripp side by side at the halfway mark. Wayne Dion rides along in 6th spot. 7th is Vinny Anarumo. 8th, Jimmy Wilkins. Back in 9th, number 1, Dick Houlihan, and in 10th, it's Jimmy McCallum. Estelle holds on to 3rd as car number 91, Charlie Rose, takes over 2nd. The Tripp family continues to run wheel to wheel. Father Johnny Tripp on the low side and Bobby Tripp, the son, on the outside. Wayne Dion trying to find racing room there in the 99 as Johnny Tripp's car getting very loose. That number 40 is going away. He almost got around in turn 2 on the last lap. Dion now to the outside of Johnny Tripp, trying to make a run. That's the battle for 5th spot. Up in front, it's still Ray Lee and Charlie Rose, Freddie Estelle, and Bobby Tripp. Then it's Wayne Dion, Johnny Tripp, Vinny Anarumo, Hogan, Wilkins, the number 1 of Houlihan, the 14 of Martin, the 50 of Jim McCallum, as Ray Lee and Charlie Rose get together. Charlie Rose muscles his way underneath Ray Lee and takes over the lead. Tripp almost around in turn 2. That car got completely sideways and he did a great job to hang on. Meanwhile, back to the front, we've got a yellow as we've got Joe Perry going around right out there in front of the leaders out in turn number 3, and that's 12. He started pretty far back in the pack as well. If you remember, he started 23rd and moving up to 13th from his 20th starting position, Len Ellis in the number 41. So Charlie Rose has the top spot, trying to win his first career feature event. He's come close several times, and he'd love to do it here tonight. Johnny Tripp back out on the number 40, the I-2 Pontiac.
Had a bad time.
Caution lights have been extinguished and we'll turn them loose next time with 11 laps to go in our Pro Stock feature event. Want to finish it off, Joe?
looking for the green. And the green is what's up front, 1,500 of them. As it's a bump, bump, bump on the back row. Coming down, looking for the green. Get back away from the fence, young people. Back to your seats now. This is no go.
There's going to be a pileup.
Oh, there it goes.
And the 74 into the fence backwards as we had a false start. Freddie Estelle alongside the cow. In the Midland 48 automobile. And the Bailey crew said that they cannot get it fixed in time. So after leading having one of the best races, he isn't even going to be able to finish. It's a sad, sad finish tonight for the 33 automobile. Right now it's still anybody's race with that $1,500 first prize money still remaining unspent at this time. Looking for it. And the green is out. Charlie Rose gets a little bit of an edge as went through it through that first corner, almost side saddle. 10 laps remain, 10 laps remain as the 48 automobile staying right with him. Fred Estelle Jr. staying with Charlie Rose. Side by side, Vinny Anarumo is, they contact, heavy contact, a lot of smoke. A lot of smoke that time on the contact. Estelle trying to get by and close the door. Rose trying to keep him out there. There's Vinny Anarumo sliding in behind, and now they're both sideways, and Rose is around backwards and collects 2 or 3 more cars in the incident. Several of the back automobiles receiving some pretty serious damage.
22.
Bobby Tripp and Freddie Estelle. Is that Pontiac and Ford?
Chevy and Ford.
The classic battle of Chevy and Ford.
All Chevys. Except for the 23. Ford, Chevy, 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 Pontiac.
48, a Ford-powered automobile. The 88, and most of the cars out there, Chevrolet-powered. Few Pontiacs and Oldsmobiles, but it's the same thing. Don't tell people that own them that it's the same thing, but it is the same thing. Trying to get this one in. Excitement? Yes. Expensive? Very. Tough feature event. Hate to see it happen so early in the season. Oh, we got 18 left. Hmm? 18 cars left of the 24 that started. Very, very expensive all the way around. Looking for the green. And we got another jam up between Vinny Anarumo and the number 10 automobile. New England Sanitation, car number 88, sponsor. If all the chickens are in the right spots.
Welcome. I want to have Paige Fran to the front ticket office.
Fran, please go to the front ticket office. Fran. You'll have to use the radios on that. Francis Vendetti to the front ticket office, please. And we get a false start.
What do they want at the front ticket? Fran?
You got it.
Can't they tell you why?
No. Just bunked me in the back to get Fran to the front ticket office. I don't know. I don't know, Adrian. He just poked me back and says, would you page Fran to the front ticket office?
This is a crucial time. You should.
I can't do that. Looking for it again. Let's try. Let's try this time. See if we can get all the tempers, all the emotions down and get them through the turns. The green is out. Fred grabbed a big piece of that first turn that time, as he had the room, and he's now using up as much of that racetrack as he possibly can. Watching to see to it that there isn't room under him to let the 99 through, as the 88 working hard, but Estelle stays out in front. The 99 slipping underneath to keep 5 to go, 5 to go, as the 99 gets under. Trip. That has to pull down Fred Estelle. Trip tries it into the turn. He's in there very, very deep. Into the turn hard. Down the inside goes Dia. 3 deep into the turn. They're rubbing, scrubbing, and everybody is still 3 deep. Nobody gives up. Nobody is giving up. 2 laps to go. Trip hung it way out. Now Estelle takes back over the lead. What a fantastic show of driving. White flag. White flag. As Tripp has got the lead. Estelle is second. And look at the end, as Houlihan manages to get under the 48. I think Houlihan took a second spot. I'm not sure. We'll check on that. Meanwhile, Rich is going down there to the racetrack to talk to the car number 88. What a fantastic display of driving on the part of all 3 of them. They were not giving an inch.
Congratulations. Let's look at this racetrack. This is asphalt. This isn't dirt. Last 5 laps of the world
So Rick Martin managed to get by the 99 also coming out of that turn. Everybody was burning rubber. The tires, of course, not working as well as they could at that point. I don't know what these things do. No, he wants to give. He just follows on every trick in the book. Every bit of driving. On the pole is Peter Manning, 4-3. Car number 71. I can't read him in the dark. I can't read those names in the dark.
Yeah, with the blue on them.
Yeah, can't read them at all. Okay, we're looking for the green.
Looks like that.
For the first of the features, we're underway. Jerry D. Gaspari in car number 71 leads them around. They get the green and out around. And we got a jam up right away between the first and second turns with the back markers automobiles, the 0 and the, I can't read the number, and look out in front of the pack. The 95 around sideways. The 82, Sundin around sideways. What?
Well, Sunday in August.
I'll get in my car and I'll go home. Okay, let's see what happens with 2 laps down. Let's see if we can get things going again and get this first of the 2 features underway. And it's green off the turn. Green off the turn and we're racing. Yes, the TaylorMade, car number 53 coming out of the turn. He has taken over the lead. As Steve Taylor in the 53 automobile is moved off the turn. Scott Fanning in trouble with the 98. Black flag for the 38. Keith's Moreau, I believe that's Keith's car. Black flag, heavy smoke coming out of the car. And we got a wheel off. We got a wheel off. Just the tire. The tire came off the 21. Just the emergency spares. Yeah, they're donuts, sorry. Most of the things that have happened to tires over the years have come out of racing. Well, we're going to try again. As we have 4 laps complete. And Ron says that you're going to get it going into the 4th. So stand by. And green logo. Eddie Gannon in that number 8 car is trying to hang in there with Steve Taylor. Woohoo, the 24 way out. 24 way out of control, and he nails the 9. And we also have the 40 of Hamasi Harmon and the 29 locked up right here is Richard Witt. We've got all the way up to 5 laps complete on this one. I had a pretty good streak though, and I was able to finish all my races, and well, now couldn't, you know, but I don't know. I think I've kind of gone down in flames here in the scuffle. Who's sick? Why do you say that? My wife says it, but she thinks I am. Looking for the green. Here we go. Again, Steve Taylor. And they single file out very, very quickly, but we got a big pile of the back runners making it 3 and 4 deep. Way out wide. Hold on. Betancourt trying to get around. Betancourt trying to make up some fast time. He's got half a race to go to do it. Betancourt in the 21 wants the points now. as the 71 appears to be ready to go to lunch all over the racetrack. Steve Taylor has got himself a nice, comfortable lead, and he hopes it stays that way. But the 103 of Richie Blight is coming in there pretty strong, trying to close the doors, close the distance, I should say. And so is the 09 of Timmy Nesbitt. Timmy Nesbitt in the 09 is making some pretty good time out there, but it's a long way to go and not that much racing time left. As the 8 of Eddie Gannon, remains in front of Tim Nesbitt. There's your leader, the 53, Steve Taylor, with the 103, Richie Blake, running in second spot. The battle between Nesbitt and Gannon continues to rage. And Louis Redondo in the 1 is getting tagged by the 0. The 71 finally takes the black, pulls out. He's smoking really bad. There's your leader, the 53. Oh, around goes the 29 and the 117, right in front of the leader as the 0 goes through the infield. Coming down. Steve Taylor gets it again. This time Nesbitt is in, out to the outside, and he's pouring the coal to it. With 2 to go. With 2 to go, Steve Taylor, not daring to taste the sweet taste of success. The 24 on and off the racetrack, back on again and continuing on. White flag coming out this time. White flag for Taylor. As Blight not giving an inch there, staying right with him in the 103. Chris McGee holding down. Well, the 0 finally dropping out there. Here comes your victory. Steve Taylor, Blight, Tim Nesbitt, and the 95 of Billy Manchester. As we had ourselves a run on that one finally. Well, that 53 automobile, the tailor-made car.
I can't see it.
Okay, he'll get his picture taken in the second one, fellas, so don't get out there. Go on back, guys, because he does at the end of the second one. Okay, please. We don't have time. Steve Taylor, Charleston.
Engines automobile, it's James Lawrence. And outside, number 58 from Wareham, the Wareham Mobile Daybreak Tire on auto number 58 from Mark Pierce. Final row to the inside, number 123 from Pawtucket, Russell Spohr. And rounding out the field in the number 17 out of Warren, Rhode Island, it is J.C. Kalenda in the Thomas Ainwright Massett Electric automobile. All right, field set, ready to go. Looking for the start, 15 laps to distance of our final event of the night. Mark Gagby and Bobby Dias, the front row, a couple of Chevy Camaros. Set to bring him down, Richard Clark and Carl Simmons, row 2. Green is out, we're racing. Gagne gets the lead in that number 50. Rich Clark moves to second. Dias back there in third spot, running in fourth. Hernandez as they come to the line. That's Gene Westgate. As we've got trouble in turn 1. Dave Westgate and Mike Bowler get together, and Westgate backs it into the wall. He's underway. Looks like he's got a flat left rear, but we're going to stay green as they come off to complete the second lap. Westgate pulls up high, slows the car up in turn 2. Looks like he'll let the field chase by. They head off turn 4 once again to complete another lap. Out in front, Mark Gagné. Mark Gagné in car number 50. Running second, number 31, Rich Clark. Then it's Bobby Dias, Pete Fernandez. Here comes Weston up on the outside of the double. Oh, and here the 31 gets turned around sideways. A couple of more cars jam together, and Bowler gets a hard shot here on the outside in turn 4. Carl Simmons and Richard Clark got together.
94.
Richard Clark got turned around in front of the field, and Carafas got together with Mike.
Look at 94. They're not going to let him run.
Linwood Cohen Jr. to the bridge.
To the what?
The bridge over the Pitts Bridge.
Your attention, Linwood Cohen Jr. Linwood Cohen Jr. report to the pit bridge. Linwood Cohen Jr. to the pit bridge. Okay, 94, Carafas back out on the track. Green is out, Mark Gagne stands on it and holds on the lead. Also coming out, Mike Bowler in the 30. After some quick pit work. All right, completing lap 4. Gagne out in front. Randy second, Weston third, rolling the Wheeler.
91.
Look at the 91. Fighting for it as he heads to turn 1. Spohr on the grass and back out. And everybody keeps right on rolling. Here come the leaders back to the line. Number 50, Gagne in the lead. As Spohr off the pace. Into 1, 2, 3, pulls it down to the infield. A lot of smoke coming out of the Dias car, and he's going to go around. And it looks like probably liquid all over the racetrack out there in turn 3.
There is.
Okay, Ron Manfredo crosses him over. And we'll look for the start next time as they roll around the racetrack. Caution lights are out. We'll get the field crossed over. And we'll be ready to turn loose in just a minute. 9 laps to go in this one tonight. Don't forget, 2 weeks from tonight, the Wayne Kelly Memorial Midget Race right here at Seekonk Speedway. Field down in turn 3. The 81's got a problem out there. James Lawrence out on the back straightaway. His car slowing out on the back straightaway. And we're not going to get a start.
That's rough on the clutch on that one.
Okay, Mark Gagne trying to get the job done here tonight. Roland Wheeler inching back there in that 3rd spot, trying to close in. On the outside, Peter Fernandez in car number 26. Here they come off turn 4, picking up the pace just a little bit. There's the green flag. 9 laps to go. Two by two off that second turn. Fernandez trying to get the run on the outside. Whoa, here comes Kohler, sticking his nose right up the middle at the halfway mark. Bumps around right in the middle there between Kohler and Weston, gets around sideways. And Roland Wheeler, with 8 laps to go, finds himself the new 2nd place runner. He now makes a move to the outside as Fernandez looks like he may have a problem with the number 26. He's falling back to 7th spot. All right, here comes Kohler. Kohler and Gagne. Bumper to bumper, and on the outside is car number 6, Roland Wheeler, and Kohler to the inside of Gagne. Wheeler to the outside. Oh, 3 wide in turn 3. Back to the line, it's Rob Kohler, the new race leader. Car 4, and the 91 goes around and gets clobbered by the 94, Carafas. 91 off the racetrack, sticking out just a tad out there in turn 4.
Chris Robbins.
That's Chris Robbins in the Dodge, and we're going to get a yellow. Should have let him go by, that's really yellow. Trying to nail down a win. Then it's Mark Gagne who led most of the race up until this point. Riding back in 3rd spot now. And then Gene Weston in the 00 back there in 4th spot. Green drops, we're underway. And oh, look at a 70. Jason Steele's passed about 12 cars there on the inside. That green flag dropped, he pulled out of line and went for it. And that number 70. Boy, that got him up in the top 10.
The 02 is all in drift.
All right, back to the line. 5 laps to go for number 4, Rob Kohler. Roland Wheeler running 2nd. Here comes Dave Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe to the inside, takes 3rd spot. Gagne and Steele bumped together out there. The number 70 moves on up to 4th. Rides it out of turn. 4 to go. 3 wide now. With Fireball Young right in the middle. Mark Gagne on the outside and Matt Dewey on the inside. Now they settle into a single file run. Rob Kohler still out in front with 3 laps to go.
Gagne's really worrying Young, I'll tell you.
Mark Gagne to the table will be led about 9 laps. We've got 2 laps to go now for the leader, Rob Kohler. Roland Wheeler hangs on in second, about 5 car lengths behind, and then it's car number 84, Dave Radcliffe, the 02 of Matt Dewey, and the 70 of Jason Steele. Glenn Young back there in 6th. Checkered flag is out, this time for car number 4, Rob Kohler. He'll nail down the win. Rob started back in the 15th spot, and he nails down the victory. In our second and final Street Division feature event tonight, Steve Taylor coming back out. Of course, Steve was the winner of the first feature event tonight in the number 53, and he'll come down in victory lane. Rob Kohler riding out of turn 4 now. He'll get the pole line.
Yeah, I want Brandon. I'm right here because it's a birthday boy. Michelle, get him up there. Look at. Right here.
Can't see his face. Can't see the father's face.
Steve, Steve over here. Steve.
Okay, come on, hurry up.
One more.
All set?
Yeah.
All set. Go.
I got his face. I got his face.
We have wide angle lens, but not that wide. Oh my God, I got it. Don't squeeze it too hard. There we go.
Anna, you watching this?
All right, you shoot.
Anthony. Smile. There you go. Two.